MCP issues detected. Run/MCP list for status. The average salary for a remote executive assistant is $48,000 a year. That's $4,000 a month for someone who needs sleep, takes lunch breaks, and eventually gets burned out. But right now, while you're watching this, there is a new class of employee that costs exactly $14 a month, never sleeps, and processes data faster than a room full of Ivy League grads. If you are still hiring humans for repetitive digital tasks, you aren't just overpaying and you are becoming obsolete. In the next 8 minutes, I'm going to show you how to build a decentralized workforce of AI agents for the price of your morning latte. Welcome back to BizPilot. We analyze the systems that scale companies, and today, we're killing the traditional payroll model. We've moved past the era of using AI as a tool. We are now in the era of deploying AI as an employee. Most entrepreneurs are stuck in the prompt engineering phase, typing questions into ChatGPT and waiting for an answer. That's not an agent, that's a calculator. A true AI agent is autonomous. It has a goal, it has tools, and it has the brain to decide how to execute a task without you holding its hand. Today, we're breaking down the economics of the $5 salary and the exact architecture you need to replace a 5-figure-a-month department with a few lines of API code. Let's talk about the human tax. When you hire a person, you aren't just paying for their output. You're paying for their mistakes, their slow days, their insurance, and most importantly, the management overhead. For every 3 people you hire, you effectively need a 4th person just to manage the first 3. This is why small businesses stay small. They get crushed by the weight of their own payroll before they ever hit true scale. Compare this to the agentic model. An AI agent, built on a framework like Crew AI or AutoGPT, operates on a token-based economy. You aren't paying for time, you're paying for compute. If the agent isn't working, you aren't paying. If the agent needs to scale, you don't put out a job ad on LinkedIn and wait 6 weeks for interviews, you just spin up another instance of the code. The biggest cost in business used to be labor. Now, the biggest cost is the innovation gap, the distance between what you're paying for and what technology can now do for free. We're seeing a shift where a company of one can now generate the output of a 50-person agency. This isn't a future concept. It is happening right now in lead generation, customer support, and content operations. If your competitor has an automated agent army and you have a manual team, they can price you out of the market tomorrow morning. Stop. Look at your current to-do list. Highlight every task that involves moving data from one window to another, summarizing a document, or sending a follow-up email. Every single highlighted item is a leak in your bank account. You are literally burning cash on tasks that a brain in a box can do while you sleep. The human-first mindset is officially a legacy system. So, how do you actually build these coffee-priced employees? It comes down to 3 components: the brain, the memory, and the tools. The brain is your large language model, think GPT-4o or Claude 3.5 Sonnet. This is the reasoning engine. But a brain without a body is useless. This is where agentic frameworks come in. Instead of you giving a prompt, you give the agent a role and a goal. For example, you are a senior lead researcher. Your goal is to find 50 companies in the SaaS space that just raised series of funding and find the personal email of their CTO. The memory is what separates a chatbot from an employee. By using vector databases, your agents can remember previous interactions. They don't forget the brand voice or the specific instructions you gave them 3 weeks ago. They get smarter the longer they work for you. Finally, the tools. This is the hands of the agent. Through APIs, your agent can browse the live web, send Slack messages, update your CRM, or even hire other AI agents to help it. This is the multi-agent system. You create a manager agent that oversees a researcher agent and a writer agent. They talk to each other, they peer review each other's work, and they only ping you when the final product is ready for approval. The total cost for this entire department to run for a full day? Usually less than $2 in API credits. Imagine it's 3 a.m. You're fast asleep. While you're dreaming, your inbound agent just qualified a lead, your content agent just drafted 3 LinkedIn posts based on trending news, and your research agent just compiled a dossier on your biggest competitor's new pricing. You wake up, check your dashboard, and see work that would have taken a human team 40 man-hours to complete. This isn't magic, it's just efficient resource allocation. Let's look at a real-world use case. Customer support. A traditional support rep costs roughly $20 to $30 an hour. They can handle one, maybe two chats at a time. An AI agent, equipped with your company's entire knowledge base, can handle 1,000 simultaneous chats. It doesn't get frustrated with rude customers, it never misses a technical detail, and it speaks 50 languages fluently. Or consider outreach. A human SDR can send maybe 50 personalized emails a day if they're fast. An AI agent can analyze a prospect's recent podcast appearances, their latest tweets, and their company's annual report to write a hyper-personalized email that feels like it was written by a close friend, and it can do it for 5,000 prospects in the time it takes you to eat lunch. The barrier to entry is no longer capital, it's the ability to architect these systems. We are moving toward a plug-and-play workforce. You don't hire talent, you configure it. The most valuable skill in 2025 isn't being a manager of people, it's being an orchestrator of agents. You are the conductor, and the AI is your orchestra. If you can describe a process, you can automate it. And if you can automate it, you can scale it infinitely without increasing your burn rate. Most people will watch this and think, I'll look into that next month. Those people are the ones who will be wondering why their business is shrinking in a year. The early adopter advantage in AI is closing fast. This is the internet in 1995 moment. You either build the system, or you become a casualty of it. The math is simple. Hiring is too expensive because humans are designed for creativity, empathy, and high-level strategy, not for the digital grunt work that makes up 80% of most business operations. By offloading that 80% to AI agents, you aren't just saving money, you're reclaiming your time to do the things that actually move the needle. You're moving from being an operator to being a founder. We've entered a period where the price of a coffee can buy you more productivity than a master's degree. The tools are ready. The frameworks are open source. The only thing missing is your decision to start building. If you want to stay ahead of the curve and learn exactly which AI tools and agent frameworks are actually worth your time, make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications for BizPilot. We drop deep dives into the systems that are building the next generation of lean, multi-million-dollar companies. Don't just watch the future happen, pilot it. I'm BizPilot, and I'll see you in the next one.